what you all been waiting for, ain't it?
Look who's back, guys. Zander13's twin turbo 2019 GT. If you guys watch Zander's channel, you remember we had a little bit of a mishap when we first put the twin turbos on. But I'll tell you what, man, I'm surprised how quickly you got this thing back up and running.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
So go check out Zander13's channel if you guys aren't familiar with everything that went down on this car. But long story short, we popped the motor and he got it back up and running within a matter of weeks. I don't know, a month maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. But today he got this awesome carbon fiber hood from Anderson Composites, who actually is a sponsor of both of our channels. So you can check out the descriptions on Zander's channel for discount codes as well as on mine. And today we're going to be installing some hood pins on here. We got some Aero Catch flush mount hood pins. Haven't really decided exactly where we're going to mount them or anything yet. But we just need to move some cars around. Get the 350R out of the garage, and then we can pull this thing in there, get going on that install, and then hopefully afterwards, you know, Zander's running the drag life. He's only got one seat in there. So hopefully afterwards we can install a passenger seat and maybe go for a quick little ride for you guys so you guys can kind of get an idea of how nasty this thing is. And of course I'll do a quick little start up and a couple light revs for you guys. But let's get some cars moved around and get going on the install. All right, guys, so let's hear what this thing sounds like. Is that normal?
Yeah.
Oh, listen to them turbos come through the exhaust. That sounds so good. Now I want some turbos.
Yeah.
You suck.
I mean, the drive up here, it was perfect. Dang.
It's a tight squeeze in there.
Oh wow, you're really snug in the seat.
Dude, you're not going anywhere in that
This
seat.
is way like further down than mine.
Yeah, it's tight. You're supposed to say that's what she said.
Yeah, that is. Jeez.
All right, guys, so if you don't remember, the R is actually broken. We broke the shifter at TT Nationals. I do have an MGW, just got in hand, ready to go in. So that'll be one of the next videos. But for now, we just got to get this thing out of the garage. So I'm going to try to push it while Zander holds the clutch in for me because it's stuck in third gear. I'm going to try to push it forward just a couple inches. Is the e-brake on by chance? Negative. I think it's a flat spot on the tire. Alright. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh god, I got no traction there. I'm just slipping away. Dude, this is never gonna happen. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is find our location to actually mount the pins themselves. Now we tried this location here, which this is like the factory spot that they use on the GT4s, FP350Ss, some of the factory Ford race cars. That is not gonna work. It actually lands right here where you see this little grease stain right here. That's basically right on the hood crease here. So that's not gonna work. And then we also tried here where the bump stops go. That's also gonna land right on the crease somewhere, right around, hard to see in the carbon, right there. So also that's gonna land too close or right on the crease. So now we're gonna take off this cover here and hopefully find a location somewhere here on the radiator support that we can mount them and it not interfere with any of the body lines on the hood. So that's what we're doing now. We're gonna get this plastic cover off and then see what we're working with. All right, so now that we got the plastic trim panel off, we've decided we're gonna utilize this hole right here. Works out perfectly. There's a matching hole on both sides and just enough room to get the little nut back there. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and drill that out now. All right, guys, so we got the hood pins themselves mounted up. This is where we're gonna be utilizing. And now we got them marked with a little bit of grease on top. So now we can just close the hood down, and then wherever we got our little grease stain on the hood up here is where we'll drill.
So this is how you destroy a $2,000 hood, right?
This is it.
Let's not do that.
All right, so we got the hood drilled and the pins are coming up through the hood. What we did here, since again with his kit, same as mine, for some reason they didn't include the template that they're supposed to come with. So we're gonna do it the same way I did mine. So we got the hood pins coming up through the hood a little bit further than they would be, once they're, fully installed and everything's, all complete. And that way we can actually latch these hood latches on here. And then we'll measure from the hood vents here to make sure that these angles are exactly the same on both sides. And then what we'll do is we'll tape around this outline on the bottom here perfectly all the way around, and then we'll remove these, and then we'll have a nice little template to cut off of. So that's what we're gonna do now. About 70% done. I think it's gonna come out pretty good.
Did you say 7%?
70.
Like, wow. We're just trying to make it look like that one out there. That's all.
All right, guys, so we got our little homemade templates here. Like I said, we just used the actual hood pins themselves as the outline, taped around them. So now is the moment of truth where we pull out the Dremel and start cutting up a $2,000 carbon fiber hood. Fun stuff. All right, so this is where we're at. We got the holes all drilled, at least the top sides anyway, and the hood pins fit right in there. Grab one and show you. So the hood pins drop right on in there. So now all we have to do is open up the bottom side so that we can access to put the little ring on the bottom, and that way we can bolt them in place, and we are done. All right, so now we got the 6 holes drilled out on this one. So we're gonna see if we can actually get that ring on in the back of it without cutting a big gaping hole on the underside of the hood. Yeah, basically by seeing if we can slip it in there and somehow tape it in place. And because the back side of this here actually holds the nuts in place, so you don't have to hold the nuts on the back side. So we're gonna see if maybe possibly we can make that work before we cut the back side. All right, guys, so we got the install all finished up. Got the holes drilled in the radiator cover. We were gonna put some little rubber grommets on here, but the ones that I have are a little bit too small for these holes, so he's gonna get some little rubber grommets, make that look nice and purty. And other than that, it is a wrap. So we'll get this hood closed, probably wipe all that carbon fiber dust, and then show you what it looks like when it's all done. But other than that, it's a wrap, guys. and smooth operation. Look at that. So now we just got to get all this dust off it. But so yeah, hopefully we can get together soon and do that.
Yes.
You know, ride along, do a little test drive in it. I can't wait to see what this thing does on track and feel it once it's all the tunes finalized and got it dyno tuned and all dialed in with the boost level that he's going to be running. I think probably goes somewhere in the 10 pounds of boost range. Is that where you're going to live for a while?
I think 10 and 12 is what we're going to be, is the target goal there. And it should be, everybody's telling me it should run
somewhere around
mid-9s.
800 to the wheels probably.
On 930, yeah. So turned up on the E85, we could be talking 1,000
with a
plus
fuel
horsepower.
system E85, it should be easily make 1,000 horsepower. But for now we're gonna try to keep this motor alive for a little while. So stay tuned for future video, guys. We got the 03 Cobra that's almost done. I am gonna update you guys on that here real soon. And then we got the MGW to put into the 350R. So that's gonna do it till next time. Thanks for watching, guys.
We just